is in the books. It's hard to believe we've already completed yet another year. They seem to keep going faster and faster every year, but it was a good year. I got a lot of projects done on the channel. I finished the 2x4 foot N scale project layout. That was a lot of fun to build, a lot of fun to run trains on. That was one of the more enjoyable projects I've worked on. I also finished the 1x5 foot N scale switching layout. This is a layout that's a lot of fun to operate. You can operate it like a puzzle, you can operate it in a more relaxed manner. It's just a fun layout to operate on whenever you want to run trains for 20 minutes and have a little switching fun. I also built a small Z-scale switching layout. That one's a lot of fun to operate. It's really, really tiny. You can put it on your desk, do a quick little puzzle operating session, and it's a lot of fun. And I also built this fun small OM30 layout that features a mining scene and a really large pine tree. That was a fun project this past year as well. I explored some new scales this year. I got some G-scale trains. I got some more O-scale equipment that is stashed currently on my HO scale layout. I built this double helix here that will be incorporated into a larger layout eventually. Did a little Christmas layout, lots of other product reviews and things. So overall, I think it was a pretty good year on the channel, did a lot of different things. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the projects I plan to do in 2025 and hopefully things that I'll get to during this upcoming year. So again, I mentioned I built this double helix. One of the projects I'll work on is incorporating that into a slightly larger layout. That'll be about 8 to 10 inches wider than this helix is right now. It'll have an extra loop around the bottom of the helix. It'll be incorporated into a mountain and just kind of a fun display layout to have at a train show or something like that. I also do plan to take out this HO scale switching layout. I am going to do a little bit of maintenance on it, get it ready to kind of pass on to somebody else. Probably will sell that layout as I get this space ready for my O gauge switching layout that I plan to start building here coming up during the first half of 2025. That's going to be a longer term project. It's going to take probably a couple of years. I'll be working on it on and off just because I plan to do a lot of highly detailed structures and things like that. But hopefully we'll get the actual layout, framing and bench work done, the tracking, get trains running on it and some of the basic scenery done this year and to see how far I get with all the structures and details and things like that. But being O-scale, I want to do some really highly detailed structures and details and things like that. I also will hopefully start building another N-scale project layout this year. This one will be a door size layout that will be 36 by 80 inches. And this should offer a lot of interesting action as well. Still kind of playing around with different ideas and what kinds of things I might want to do with that layout. But this is one of my current ideas. I'll probably still change it from this. And it is going to have more structures and things on it than what you see here. This will again be a project that takes multiple years because I do plan to have a lot of structures, a very urban, kind of dense urban type of theme for this layout. And so there's some structures indicated on here, but there'll be a lot more on there. I really want it to be more like an urban city type of theme. I also want to spend a lot more time doing details, doing lighting and structures, things like that. This kind of a layout that will look really nice in the dark, look nice during the day, things like that. Maybe add some signals to the track, things of that nature as well. So really kind of just an action-packed, highly detailed layout for that space. That should be a fun long-term project in terms of, lots of different structure projects and kit bashing and things like that as I go forward here for the next couple of years. And I do plan to have a lot of various product reviews. Have some new Kato locomotives coming. I have other products pre-ordered that'll be coming at various times during the year. And there's always just a lot of new stuff to check out. I also want to check out some new layout ideas. Recently, there's been this idea of doing hex modules for N-scale layouts with Kato unit tracks. Something kind of like T-track modules, but hexagonal shaped. So kind of like the way a lot of tabletop games are designed, where you have hexagonal board pieces you can assemble in various configurations, for different games. So something like that, where you can basically have thin modules that are easy to pack up, and you can rearrange into different layout configurations and things like that. So I might play around with that as well. I also have various ideas for little small micro layouts that I might get to at different times during the year. So there's gonna be a lot of different things I'll be working on. this will be one of those years where I'll probably do a couple little tiny layout projects that I'll complete. And then there's just going to be a lot of work done on larger projects like the new N-scale layout, the new O-gauge switching layout, projects that are larger that will take me multiple years to finish. So I will work on them this year, maybe finish them next year. Those types of projects take a long time because I really only spend about 10 hours a week on the channel and the projects. I have a full-time job that takes a lot of time. I have a lot of volunteer work I do and things like that. And so there is not a lot of time to do the train projects. And of course, the video editing and that whole side of things takes, actually more time than the actual projects do. So, for every hour I spend working on a project, I probably spend 2 or 3 hours or more, working on editing videos and things like that. So the actual amount of time I have per week to work on these projects is really maybe, might only be 2 or 3 hours. So it's not a lot. And so things do move kind of slowly unless I'm, on vacation. I have a week off and I can get a lot done in 1 week. So that will occasionally happen. But that's the way things work with my schedule and the way they were this past year. So it should be similar going forward here for this next year. I'll try to get through as many projects as I can. Hopefully a lot of fun, exciting ones to share with you. And hopefully it should be another great year for the channel. But anyway, I hope all of you had a great 2024 and I hope all of you have a great 2025 upcoming. It's always fun to start a new year. You have a whole blank slate ahead of you in terms of what you can accomplish. And so it's kind of a new opportunity to, start new things and do new things. And so hopefully all of you can have a great year upcoming as well. But anyway, that's all for now. And thanks for watching. Bye.